A little extra video about biodynamics and particularly the biodynamic calendar. We talked earlier about biodynamics being three things: thinking of your farm as a whole farm system, working with plant and animal-based sprays like the 500 and the 501, and making our own sprays like teas from things like stinging nettle, which you can see in the background here, and using what is naturally available on the farm for those things where possible. And then also working with the biodynamic calendar. Now the calendar I have in my hand here, and today it is a root day. So the calendar helps us to plan our farming activity. It helps us to plan our activity in the garden, but it also helps us to understand sometimes the aromas that we pick up in the wine. So wines evolve over their life cycle. They give us different aromas depending on where they are in their life cycle. They also give us different aromas depending on the day. So we can have a day where wine can be much more, say, floral than we might remember it. Or we can have a day where it might be more, say, earthy than the way we last remember it. So I'm taking you into the garden just to pick up on this idea. We're taking a little step through the beautiful vine arch that we have here. You can see the grapes are already forming on this because the early varietal, much earlier than the grape vines that we use for wine. So the varietal behind me already has formed. It flowered a good couple of weeks ago, and it's already formed its key stage grape. So I'll just grab that so that you can see it a little bit closer. Hopefully you can see that there. They're the pea stage grapes. And into the garden, just to talk about this idea of what day it is on the biodynamic calendar. So the biodynamic calendar helps us to know whether it's a root day, a leaf day, a flower day, or a fruit day. And each of those helps us then to think, well, we're going to plant root-based plants on a root day. So that is today, as I said, a root day, a good day for us to plant carrots or potatoes, anything where we want the root of the plant. It would also probably be a day where we find a little bit more earthiness in a wine. And you're wondering, how do they know this? How is the biodynamic calendar created? And it's based on what is going on in the sky. So the biodynamic calendar, you could create it if you analyzed the sky, the stars, the planets, constellations, sun, moon, exactly what they're doing and when they're doing it. You could also plot exactly which days are going to be good for different things. And this is something that humans have been doing since even before the Roman times, so the Gallo-Roman times here in France. Long before that, we were already working with what we knew were the natural cycles. And of course, we all know the tides. We can see them operating. The moon is affecting the water on this earth. It's exactly the same with many other natural cycles, and the biodynamic calendar helps us to do this by plotting it all out for us. When we plant the vines, we're usually going to plant on a fruit day because we want fruit out of them. So we're going to pick the best moment to plant based on the biodynamic calendar. What's a good time to plant and where is the best moment? So it also helps us to see when's the best transplanting time, so when's the best planting out time. And right now it's actually not so good for us. It's going to be better next week to be planting out. So if you're a gardener, biodynamic calendar can be very helpful. If you're a wine lover and you want to taste wines and see them behaving differently on different days, it can be great for that too. And I encourage you to get yourself one. The Maria Thun Biodynamic Calendar is a great one, and start experimenting for yourself. Enjoy.